Hi, thank you for dropping in to listen to my basic 5-minute opinion video about 4 things that jump out at me after listening to speeches of Kamala Harris. Yes, there are other things, but based on what I've heard from speaking with my friends and associates, who are mostly Democrats, these, at least for now, seem to be the most urgent. I will be doing other pieces. I used to call these BINK reports, write-ups in my memphispixnews.com, where you can reach me. I am BINK. I live and am based in Memphis, Tennessee, the home of Elvis Presley, the blues, and the demise of Martin Luther King Jr. Politically, I am an independent, libertarian-leaning Republican. Now let's go. Item 1, you are paying more because the Biden-Harris policies caused higher prices. 2, people now experience high prices for groceries, gas, utilities, rent, insurance, and for services across the board. 3, there are many reasons for high prices, inflation being one. For example, the Harris-Biden regulatory attacks on energy companies. Number 5, consequently, we see price increases in everything impacted by energy, which is just about everything. With crippling regulation, Biden-Harris also prohibited fossil fuel companies from getting financing, or at least making it much harder. Number 7, Donald Trump has promised to end the Harris-Biden war on regulation and energy. Hence, prices should start to drop later in his first administration year. Item 2, how is the illegal immigrant invasion bad for everybody? Number 1, for contract laborers, jobs are harder to get because of the illegal migrant influx. Ditto regarding labor salaries. Politically, the millions of dependent migrants likely will create a one-party state. Why else would the Democrats bring them in such large numbers? To do something good for humanity, but at your expense? Illegal migrant services soak up regular services that have always been there for American citizens. That was number 4. You saw this with FEMA running out of funds in Hurricane Helene's wake. Number 5, we will have more language and ethnic divisions upsetting our polity, that is our political structure. This is called balkanization, where immigrants collect in a certain area, up no-go zones. Why is crime everywhere? You know the stats and you know what you see in media every day. You remember this. Recently, the FBI said violent crime decreased by 2.1% in 2022. Then the FBI quietly revised its own report that showed it increased by 4.5%. Increased by 4.5%. Not to get sidetracked here, but big government agencies like the FBI, DOJ, and HHS especially have been at the center of partisan storms. They want you to believe crime and the threat of crime has dropped. Don't fall for it. This was and still is a common tactic in the Obama-Biden administrations. Like their denial that prices are really not that high despite what you actually experience. In my opinion, voting for Harris continues this dishonesty. Plus bail reform, lowering the status of previously considered serious crimes. Finally, you can say Trump bundles his crime-fighting policies by simply including them in his policies on immigration, common sense law enforcement, and justice, all of which stand in stark contrast to Harris. Why is a vibrant economy essential for military readiness and defense? Put concisely, a good economy for you is a good economy for defense. Let's unpack that. Here's at least one thing that hardly ever gets included in conversations about economics: military readiness. It is now acknowledged that we are almost in a direct military conflict with Russia and China, if not others. Via various mechanisms that we use to pay for our military, It always comes through our economy. Biden and now Harris are not trustworthy agents to repair our economy. Really, Biden and Walz have questionable connections variously to Russia and China. Donald Trump understands why we need a well-trained, best-equipped, and most technologically advanced military that no force can even hope to defeat. So Biden and Harris are neither military nor economic-centric, as their Afghanistan withdrawal painfully demonstrated. Donald Trump is both economic and military-centric. As I see it, he believes strength keeps the peace.